Hey y'all, it's Flinny, and I'm going to talk about the gear I carried with me this summer on the JMT. So it's just what I call the wins and the fails. So some things were good, some things were bad, but for the most part, just to give you some feedback for your next journey of what you'll bring. So let's get to it. My first big win was this nice little solar panel. I was amazed. The cord was to hang it on my pack, which I found didn't work for me because I kept getting in the shade and things like this. So the biggest win was getting to camp or for lunch, that it would really work really well. I could pretty much live and charge up my nice Garmin, the power brick, or more importantly, just going to the phone itself. It really worked well. Awesomeness, so big win on this side. What I call a meh, or maybe not so great, was this really nice charger. It weighs almost as much as that solar panel, but I really only use it to MTR, and I could have probably just used a USB plug in what they had already there. So with this and the solar panel, other thing, smaller brick, don't need this big one. Another big win was this nice little gizmo that goes between the phone and the case. I really liked it. It really helped me so I could let it go, or I could even put it around my neck when I was scrambling to go take a sunset view. So a huge win for me, at least, on my hike. Big, big, big. One big fail that was my problem, so the hiker fail, not the gear, was that I got a small iPhone storage, so it really only had 128 gigs of physical disk in it. I really should have had more because I did a lot of video, but by the time I got to the minarets, because I'm going northbound, I basically ran out of disk space after deleting most of my apps. So make sure when you're going to go for 30 days without Wi-Fi to back it up and remove data, get a bigger phone. So fail on my part. Another one of these kind of break-even toys was this nice little tripod. It really worked okay at camp and sometimes on the trail. It just was a little clunky. I think in the end I'd just break down and carry that extra weight. This was about 6 ounces. The one win on this that kind of makes it a break even is that I got this screw-on clamp. So think of that, because those spring-loaded ones, your phone will fall out. So I could actually hike with the phone like this, and it worked pretty well. I just didn't use it as much as I want. I just would hold the phone. So kind of a break even, not really a win, not really a fail. A big win, as you can see, is my safari style hat. I liked it because I could take it off and just wear the cap. I could perch my sunglasses on top. It works with hoodies. So definitely a good style besides the full brim hat, which I still do like. It's just that for me, this cap really worked. Another thing was these sun gloves were amazing. People recommended them. These are my second pair, mainly for hiking with poles, but also when it got snowy and cold out, just for warmth in the morning that I could put in my other gloves. So these were really awesome sun gloves. Finally, I know it's dorky and people like it, but any kind of these really lightweight hiking gaiters really were a win to keep the dirt out of my boot. So huge win. A big win, or I guess it's a hiker fail, but it's a win, so I want you to win, is in your little first aid kit. I had a streamlined version of these hiker kits. I like the bag. It's better than Ziploc because I used it a lot for any hiking repairs, things like that. But the thing I was missing was a good ace bandage, because when I got to Rosalie Lake northbound, my leg was a mess. And so a trail angel, a fellow Ian I met on the trail, had a spare one of these, a smaller version, was really a godsend. So next time, always carry an ace bandage. So hiker fail, but really good for next time. Huge win, of course, was any jackets with hoods. So this is my puffy. I really liked that. But the best part about the puffy was the addition of my HMG hiker's pillow. As you can see here, the jacket gets put inside and I can sleep cozy. It really made my sleep a lot better. So I really thought the extra ounce to carry was good. I also could invert it when you stuff it for the day. You could take it out and just use it just as a seating pillow or other things. So really a huge win. One other huge win, which was a little silly, but is this Thermarest pump sack. So I didn't have to use my air, and at Guitar Lake and other high elevations, I was really kind of tuckered. And so having this to pump the sleeping pad was really good. I have a Thermarest Neo Air, it worked really great. So huge win on that. Plus it doubles as a dry bag. So you put your sleeping bag or clothes in it if you're going to go for the day and leave your stuff. Big win. Finally, the biggest win of all was my Gossamer Gear 1/8 inch foam pad, the folded version, as you can see here. Huge win. I use it every day, all the time, as a butt pad when I was on during the day. At nighttime, opening it up to put on top of my Thermarest for sleep. Naps during the day, at lunchtime, and just when I needed to lie down, just to take a 5-minute break. Really good, much better than the rolling version, which never really works. This is a little tougher and could take a beating, and this one did. You could see the heat melt. Anyway, great win. One of those meh or the middle of the road wins was my Minimo. I've just had this stove. What I really like about it is it's usually pretty efficient, and when you look at the ratio of getting the real small stoves and the titanium pot, it didn't weigh that much more, but I liked the security and the windproofness, but the efficiency was good, but it was a little heavier. If you had perfect weather, then the other ones are great. The one hiker fail was, for me, was even though the stove was efficient, I ran out of gas at Wanda Lake. So going for 8 days, I don't think this really works even with an efficient stove. So I needed to carry a bigger one. So that was a hiker fail on my part. I'm a big fan of these gravity filters. Mine's a Catadyne. I've just really loved this. Huge win in my book. I think that I really just filled it up in the evening at camp so I could have dinner and then the next water for the next day. I'd maybe have to use it again during the day for hiking to reload. You could also carry it full if you really needed to camel up. I just saw too many people wasting a half hour with Sawyer squeezes. So while I love the Sawyer squeeze, for me, this was awesome. Dehydrated food, most of it was a win. I liked most of the meals. There's a few that were suspect, but it all worked whether I use the stove hot water or even just do day rehydrates. But I must admit, the one thing that was a big fail was granola for me. I'm sorry, I love granola at home, but when you have granola in the morning and then you're eating Kind bars and nuts all during the day, it just gets to be, ugh. So I ditched it on all my resupplies. I stuck with oatmeal bars and, of course, dehydrated eggs. Finally, the big win on the foods was I really love these made good snickerdoodle cookies. Just the little bite size, you can pound them down. Just put the whole bag in your beer canister at the top, comes out. You can mash them and crush them so it saves even more space. But these cookies and their snacks, pizza flavored snacks, were really a great thing. So there's lots of good food out there. Carry it. Okay, everybody, thank you for watching. I hope you gained something from this, and good luck out there. Let me know what you think is a big win for you, or maybe it's good to know the fails as well. Take care and good hiking.